I'm so honored to be here tonight at Dickinson, and especially at a dinner that's celebrating local food. That way I know if I bomb, I'll only be pelted with the finest organic heirloom vegetables. I would ask you to hold your parsnips and potatoes to the end. I don't want to break into tears like Lexi did over a sweet potato. I'm a seventh-generation farmer, and my story did start out right about where a lot of you guys are right now. I graduated from college in 1996 and was an English and geology major, and was told, you know, like any reasonable person, to get a haircut and a real job and buff up my resume and go to grad school and get internships and all those things that humans do, right? Well, I decided instead, at least for a year, that I would try and go back and kind of prop up my family's farm, which hadn't been run profitably since my grandfather passed away. So I'm a William & Mary grad, and John Stewart is one of our finest. We have Thomas Jefferson and John Stewart, right? Go figure. I looked down this list, and you know, there's pink slime. Last summer, horse meat in Europe. We had GMO patent law upheld just down the street in our nation's capital, which gives companies the right to sue farmers for retaining seeds, and 33 food recalls, not over the past decade, not over the past year, every month. There are 33 food recalls. And, you know, I every once in a while I hear that Who song while I'm going down the road, you know, we won't get fooled again, right? And I'm like, yeah, we're not getting fooled again. That's kind of like the way our food system is, you know? Like we hear that and we're like, we got it. We've got inspections, and we're smart, we're savvy, we're not going to get fooled again. And then another recall, you just listen to the radio, just keep the radio on. And they come out. There's 33 a month, so there's over one a day. And then the song comes on again, you know, we won't get fooled again. Right? And then we just turn on Taylor Swift and we shake it off. We have to be sustainable, and sustainable isn't a co-opted word to say organic and local. Sustainability is every bit economic. Okay, it's economic as well as environmental. Okay, nobody's gonna pay my tax bill for me. We'll hit the next slide. We have to value something called a lifestyle paycheck, which goes back to that making people happy part. Okay, where we're getting paid and we're doing something more than just worried about money. We'll hit the next slide. Loving to make customer connections as well as farmer connections. So many of my farming friends up here. And most importantly, getting back to the very beginning, is we have to create a living wage for the next generation of farmers. They have to be paid, so we don't have a 60-year-old aging out system that becomes a 70-year-old system. Okay? So to crib from Shel Silverstein, and this is in Charlestown, West Virginia, there's a Kohl's right here, right? Kohl's department store, and a Jersey wall, and a pasture. This is where the sidewalk ends, in my opinion. We'll hit the next slide. And the family farm begins. That's me laying in some grass. I like it. So I wanted to share with you guys real quick, just about a page and a half, to kind of say this is what's still kind of sort of going on out there. Nancy and I were in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, at a posh martini bar for the birthday of a friend. We didn't know too many of the people there, and I ended up talking to a stocky, muscular, middle-aged man in a suit, an individual who'd been introduced to me as the second wealthiest man in Northern Virginia. Who says that? I was clearly out of my league, but I did my best to make conversation. The second wealthiest man in Northern Virginia, I repeated to sobriquet. He made no attempt at refuting. That's quite a title. You know, I made my way up to seventh wealthiest at one point, but when the wheels come off, yikes. Well, I certainly don't have to tell you. Brilliant move, bro, he whispered loudly. Organic farming is super trendy. Big momentum. Build it up and flip it while it's hot. Killer ROI. And I want to thank you guys for the honor of speaking with you tonight. Thank you.